This is the panel I recommend to everybody that attends this convention. I even advertised it on the Facebook group. This is convention basics. This is something that new and old con goers need a reminder of. Because there's certain things you can do at a con, there's certain things you can see at a con, and you can miss a lot at a con. And you need to be prepared, do all this stuff, and blah, 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 basically. I know I said blah, 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 but blah, blah, blah is very important when going to a con. Who's this first con? Anybody's first time con? Woo, welcome. Sanch Pan's a really good con. I've been going to it for since the beginning, for 8 years now. And once you've been to this anime convention, you're going to compare it to every other anime convention, just to let you know. Other ones don't meet up as well as this one, in my opinion, over the years. So let's get started. Oh, it does a wiggle. What to do at a convention and how to survive it. Who's worried about surviving this weekend in the heat?
I'm in all black, so that's just...
Today I cannot go outside. I'm wearing like 3 or 4 layers and a petticoat. I'm not going to work if I go out there.
Last year I was dressed in 5 layers of cosplay and armor, so...
Was that? No, that wasn't the year.
That was the Warnoken shield, that was last year.
Yeah.
And then you also had all the face.
All the facial hair, yeah.
And then there was that one year where you had that like 5-foot-long wig.
Oh yeah. Well, that one was fine. What is there to do at a con? Well, we're going to tell you. There are panels like this one. Panels. There's a wide variety of different kinds of panels you see at conventions. There's also cosplay it here, like the cosplay competition, which it does run a little long, but but the competition and cosplay is so high level this year.
It's totally worth it.
It's totally worth it.
Like, I'm almost going to say I didn't get to sign up, but then the one costume that I did want to enter, like, collapsed.
That's what happened to mine. And I won like the second highest award last year, and I'm like, how am I going to compete this year? And all of it fell apart. That's all right, I made a second one for somebody else to model, so. Okay, and then there's autographs. And you know what, this is what's good about San Japan, because a lot of cons are starting to charge, like con guests are starting to charge per person, even though you got the con badge. They also charge autographs separately. So really take advantage of autographs because it is free. And like Animal City Comic Con, I believe they charge like almost every guest. Yeah.
Oh,
All Comic Cons do.
and even Sun City Sci-Fi, my hometown.
Oh yeah? Oh jeez.
Yeah, only volunteers gets a freebie.
This is our next things. There's concerts and dances. Yay. And there's the gaming, such as there's a big gaming room this year. Yes.
That guy in the black cowboy hat, I go to college with him.
Oh, cool.
Just random.
Yeah, I've seen them around.
Yeah.
And then there's tabletop gaming as well. I know there's quite a few fun ones that are going to be happening tonight, like Ultimate Werewolf. I don't know if anybody's ever played Werewolf. And there's like another good one I would suggest is Betrayal at House on Haunted Hill.
That's a good one.
That one's happening at like, I think 6 tonight. But both of those are happening tonight. Other things are Dealer's Room, Artist Alley, event panels. Event panels are interactive panels like game show panels and stuff. If you know, Grego is a panelist guest here. He runs a lot of the game show panels. And there's anime viewing. Okay, I'm gonna go over this right now because I've had rooms with so many people that will just go to the straight to dealer's room, buy up all this anime, go up to the room, and then spend the whole entire weekend doing nothing but watching anime. You've known those people.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I mean, that's one way to entertain yourself on the weekend, but
but you spent money to come to this convention. And why not go to the anime viewing room where you can view it with other fans and possibly see something that hasn't been released yet, or sometimes there's some interesting things like people dub, like they get audience members to dub over the original lines to something silly. It's worth seeing.
And you can preview anime that you might end up buying and decide, oh, well, I'm not into it, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So you can get a fresh look at some anime before buying it. So there you go. But I just stressed out a lot because there's so many people who do that. Just buy up all anime and just go in your room and watch it the whole con. Like, why? I mean, I get it. It's really hot. You don't want to go get burned out in the sun. So, but sometimes it's worth the walk. And another thing I want to bring up about Artist Alley is before you hit the dealer's room, check all the Artist Alley booths, because chances are you're going to find something just like in the dealer's room, but for cheaper in Artist Alley. Like elaborate posters or something like that. And sometimes like the Artist Alley posters are better than like the franchise posters because they make elaborate, pretty designs and everything. And those are like maybe like $10 cheaper than like an official poster. So always go to Artist Alley. I know there's people that selling buttons and people selling cups of like fandoms and stuff. And then there's some jewelry, keychains and stuff, which is what a lot of stuff is sold in the dealer's room. So walk the Artist Alley, then walk the dealer's room. Then you can decide if you really want something from the dealer's room or from the Artist Alley, because a lot of people just pass by the Artist Alley without looking. All right. By the way, I'm going to shamelessly plug Karen Strain's concert tonight. I believe it's at 7. Yeah, it's at 7 o'clock tonight. She's a really good vocal performer, so I would suggest go seeing her. She does really good concerts. But they get a variety of different people, like some underground people I've never even heard of at these for the concerts, so it's pretty good. And I know, and also like the dances, like the rave. I call it the rave, I'm sorry, because it's primarily techno-based music and glow sticks. So I've been calling it the rave for years, even though it's technically not one. There is a stiff competition for DJs this year. Like there is so many entries for DJs for Stan Japan's dance this year. So I would suggest going to check that out, because there's gonna be a lot of really good DJs. Some that came from out of town and everything. And what else is there? There's another dance going on tonight. That is the Masquerade. That's a little bit different. That's a formal dance, and you have to be in formal attire. But I
think they're also selling tickets for it this year.
Yeah, well, they're not selling tickets. It's for free as long as you have a con badge. You just have to go to the event ticket booth and ask for it. I think they might be doing that for the other dances later tonight as well, but I could be wrong. Then there's one, not the Masquerade, but the regular dance that's on Friday night and Saturday night. They have two. And game show panels, there's a really good, I'm running a game show panel. It's a fandom-based panel called Hitalia Quiz Show, where it's like Jeopardy style, but there's prizes. I would go to game show panels for a chance for prizes, because you never know. I've had somebody that won a prize at, what was it? I think it was at an Ace Attorney panel when I was running a quiz portion, and the person was answering the questions, and they won that round. And they went to the audience like, I never played this game in my life. And then, so you never know, you might win something at a random anime game show panel or something like that. There's also guest panels that do interactive guest, like improv things late at night. Just like I don't know if they're doing Whose Line Is It Anime, but that's one that's like that.
I think they are, yeah.
Yeah, and then a few others like that. But I'm a shameless plug for Grego, because he does a majority of the game show panels at this con, and he gets legit like anime box sets and Brawl Scrolls and stuff and prizes, so I would go check that out. And then there's tutorial panels like Cosplay 101, that basic stuff. It basically teaches you about how to get started into cosplay, and there's other various cosplay panels like that. There's stuff that's like open mic where people share like their past con stories. I would suggest going to see that, going to one of those to see like people's past experience at cons, and maybe you can learn from their experience from cons. Or
Shameless plug time.
Exactly.
I'm doing one of those panels this afternoon.
What's the name of the panel? Where is it at?
It's called the Cosplayable panel, and it'll be in the Republic room. If, I'm in a wheelchair, obviously.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah, I am. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. I was gonna bring it up at a later
I can't deal.
But I also cosplay. And I'm doing a panel that sort of expands on how I do that and how others can do that as well. So that's at 5:30 in the Republic room. You should come.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. All right.
All right. Does anybody have any questions about any other types of panels here? Okay, another thing, 17 and older panels, there's a reason for that. Don't argue with people when you don't have if you're not of age and you don't have the correct ID to enter them. There's specific reasons. I'm not going to go into detail about the 17 and older panels because this is an all ages panel right here.
Well, it's just that the content might be more mature.
Oh, yeah.
And it is much to protect those who run the panel.
Yes.
It's nothing against, you're too young.
No. It's to protect the con, it's to protect the staff, and it's to protect the panelists. Right. What to avoid doing at a con? What to avoid doing? Not eating, not bathing. Please bathe. I know, especially with the heat, it's easy to sweat. Please bathe at least once a day after everything.
I mean, remember your deodorant. That's important.
Yes. Axe spray does not count as basic deodorant. I'm going to say that right now. And majority of it, yeah. And there's a lot of people who are very allergic to. I say specifically Axe spray because that's the majority of things you'd smell mixed with con funk. Does anybody know what con funk is? I know you know what con funk is. Put your hand down. Con funk is basically, you'll smell it starting Saturday and it'll get a little bit worse on Sunday. It's when, it's literally the smell of funk, but in a cluster of hundreds and thousands of people, because there's some people who don't bathe.
And that is their choice.
I don't think it's the right choice.
But it does tend to accumulate, the smell of sweat, and if you're wearing the same costume every day, it's a little less if you change in and out of costumes. But just, come Saturday, there's always going to be a few people who don't shower, who sweat up a lot, and it's noticeable. There's no real right way to point it out to someone. But if you can at least, remember your deodorant. If you're able to shower. If you're not able to shower for whatever reason, because there are certain reasons, like the shower isn't very accessible or sturdy, baby wipes are your friend. And they will get you by. And just a gentle perfume. Just do whatever you can to minimize the funk.
Another thing to avoid doing is you need to make sure you don't get dehydrated.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated. There's usually waters like supplied in panel rooms and stuff. Bring water bottles. Refill that water bottle. I brought out a 32 case of water bottles to this convention. Because you might not feel like you're not hydrated. Look at all everybody reaching for the water bottle right now. But as soon as you feel thirsty, that means you're already dehydrated. So just think about that. Even though you're like, oh, I just feel a little thirsty. No, as soon as you feel thirsty, that's a sign of dehydration.
And if you feel yourself kind of dizzy, if you're not going to the bathroom often enough, you may want to get some water, because that's not a good sign.
Another thing to get, make sure, like I said already, eat pocky and ramen are not.
That is not sustenance.
That's not sustenance.
No matter what anime tells you, you cannot live on ramen and pocky alone.
No, you cannot. And just basically, it's take care of yourself. Take care of yourself this convention. Another thing to avoid doing, please be respectful of other congoers and guests. I know, like, meeting your favorite person is very, like, exciting, but you don't want to overwhelm them. There's literally somebody who got overexcited about a certain voice actor. I witnessed this myself, and the guy freaked out. It ruins the guest's time at that moment, because he or she has to figure out a way how to handle this and still be polite. Please know that they're a regular person. Be respectful. Like, hey, I really liked you in this. Can I share a little story, as long as it's appropriate.
Yeah.
What's the rule? It's if you can't share this story with a close relative.
If you can't share it, if you wouldn't share it with your loving grandmother,
There you go.
probably
That's
wouldn't
what it
share it with the famous person.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say. Something like that.
Can I
Yes.
tell you a real quick story?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Oh yes, because you have experience with conventions as well.
I am actually a guest at RealmsCon. I'm one of the hosts for the cosplay group Concept Galaxy. And, oh, thank you.
I
And
can't pull anymore.
a couple of years ago, one of our members was in a car accident. He still came to the convention, but he was very severely injured to the point where nobody could touch him. So we had to spend the whole convention trying to prevent people from getting close to this guy. And we still had a girl at closing ceremonies jump hug him, and he just hit the floor. He nearly died. Literally. Do not jump hug the guests. You never know when they could possibly break their spine.
Or anyone.
Yeah, who's talking about glomp? That's basically it. Don't
glomp.
do that. Do not tackle people. Do not hang off of people, especially if you don't know them. Don't do it, because anybody in general at this convention.
And really, you should really ask before you touch someone,
Yeah.
and ask before you take their picture.
Yes. If they don't want their picture taken, please respect that. And even if they're in cosplay, sometimes they might be in a rush. Sometimes they just don't want to have their picture taken. Maybe they're not comfortable. So just respect that and let them be on their way. Don't try to snap a photo while their back is turned. That's kind of rude.
I've actually had that happen to me. It happened to us. Do you remember? Was it 2 years ago?
Which one?
When we were doing the photo shoot of Death and Dean having pizza together, and someone snapped a sneak photo of us, and I was dressed as Bobby Singer with full beard and everything. And I knew it was us because my chair is unmistakable.
I mean, we're all pretty unmistakable.
They
Look
kind
at our
of
face
they
thing.
ninja snapped us, and I was kind of like, just don't do it. If you like their outfit, you say, hey, excuse me, may I take your picture? 9 times out of 10, people will be like, oh, really cool. And they'll let you take their picture with the hope that you'll put it on the internet so that they can find it.
Yes.
The minute the convention is over. Which is what I do. I shamelessly do it.
On Instagram just today from taking pictures earlier.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
and if people say no, just respect that and be like, okay, well,
Especially,
your costume's great and have a good con.
especially about asking for hugs, asking for can I take a picture with you and put my arm right there or whatever, because there's a lot of people who do not like strangers touching them. I personally do not. I personally don't like people hugging me. I don't know. yeah, that's.
On the flip side,
Yeah.
you are not obligated to give someone a hug
Mhm,
if they ask you.
mhm.
No matter how persistent that person is, you are not obligated to say yes. So,
Exactly. So, another thing too we're doing, try not to be alone. Like, always have like try to have like a buddy. If you are alone at any time, make sure you are like texting somebody. If your text or online isn't working very well, apparently the Facebook Messenger app is working pretty well at this convention center. So make sure you're messaging somebody at least if you're not with anybody, because I know this is a friendly convention, but there's 20,000 people here, and I'm not talking bad about anybody or anything, but but this is like the real world. You don't know everybody or their intentions. Yes.
Do you remember the attempts of kidnapping at Avon?
I was about to get to that.
Yeah.
Okay, myself and that person right there, we were rooming with a friend at a convention. Our friend heard something outside because our room was right next to the entrance to the garage. When she went to look, a guy was dragging a girl out towards the garage against her will. He basically booked it after our friend saw what was happening. It was an attempt kidnapping at a convention. So just be careful, guys, really.
They got him.
They did get him, yes.
He got to trial, so.
And he went to trial, so they did catch him, and then he went to trial. So that's at least there was a light at the end of that story. But I don't mean to scare you. Majority of the time, that's not going to happen. But be careful, because, like I said, this is still, even though we're in our home, kind of. I consider like conventions like a home. There's still the real world, and real world things apply. Oh, I didn't do my screen demonstration. I guess I'm not gonna do it.
What is it?
the scream demonstration.
Okay, basically, overexcited. Avoid getting. I know it's good to be like energized and like, yes, this is good. I'm hyped and everything. But I've witnessed people really overexcited. Like, this is years and years back when Naruto was popular. And I witnessed somebody across the room, I guess it was a fan, in a dealer's room, and there's just a Sasuke cosplayer standing and looking around. And then all of a sudden I hear,
Wait. Just prepare your ears. If you don't like loud noises, cover your ears now.
okay.
Okay.
No. That's my tradition to do that every year. And it makes people look into this room. So. But yeah, there's people who do that, and there's people who get, you could be excited. Oh, yes, that was me, sorry.
Okay,
That was part of the demonstration. Anybody else want to scream? It's good. I'm just kidding. No, you cannot scream.
And these people react whenever they hear it, so they're not
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah, so that's good con staff right there, checking to make sure things are okay when people are screaming. So
You should only do that scream if you are being harassed and that they don't stop, or if you're being made off with. Yell like that so somebody can help you.
yes, and there's security here for you if you're being harassed. If someone's taking inappropriate photos of you, like someone taking a picture of your skirt or something, security will take care of that. You're nodding because I made you a Sailor Venus cosplay and people were taking pictures of your skirt. She was underage at the time, by the way, when that happened. Yeah.
That's why you wear shorts.
Yeah, but regardless, nobody should be doing that. So just report it straight to security, because security is like cracking out on that. So I think we kind of went over what to avoid doing in a con. Do you have any other thoughts?
Okay, nobody's done it to me. But do not climb on someone's chair. Don't do it. I mean, because, or somebody, if they have like a cane or something, don't be like, wow, is that real? Like, take it from them. Because one, they might need that cane for serious medical reasons, and two, when they get it back, they might try to beat you with it. And same with service dogs. There are some people here with service dogs. Do not pet them.
Do not take pictures of them. Do not coo at them.
Because they're here, this is their job. And I know that they're cute and fluffy, but they are
So you want to share with class?
they're working, and if you pet them, they get distracted and bad things can happen.
Yeah.
So just be respectful of that as well.
Yeah, there was a case where a lady just distracted the dog for not even like a minute. Even the owner said it was okay to pet it. And then that minute was that the dog missed that window to notice the signs that the person doesn't notice of a severe allergic reaction that almost cost them their life. So I wouldn't even go up and ask her person, can I pet your service dog? Because that's just a distraction. So that dog is working. Please leave the working dogs alone. Unfortunately, there's no. They used to allow regular dogs at the Hyatt Convention Center part. Not the Jar Jar Brown, but not Jar Jar Brown. Sorry. Sorry. Henry B. Gonzalez Center. They don't allow they allow service dogs, they don't allow regular dogs, but they used to allow regular dogs, like here, I used to have a dog come up here too, but they don't allow those anymore, so.
I saw one.
That was because it's a pet rescue. They're advertising a dog for adoption. Yeah, they paid a lot of money.
The little fluffy one that was.
There's
There-
no videos.
No, there were two kids walking in the hallway and they had like a little fluffy Pomeranian. They were just
It probably is a service dog. Sometimes service dogs don't have vests.
They have leashes too.
Yeah, they have leashes that specifically say it too.
Yeah, no, I mean, it looked like, they didn't have any signage that it was a service dog, and it was just like two little kids that were walking around.
It's weird, because I don't think that's.
I was pretty sure that wasn't a service dog.
That's not allowed. It might be emotional therapy dog though.
I mean, at working in the hospital, we do have dogs that come in, they do have signage, they still have signage on those.
Oh, okay, good, okay. All right. Okay, I got one more thing that we're doing, because you brought up grabbing somebody's cane. Don't grab somebody's cosplay prop, because you don't know how fragile that is. Yeah, yes. Oh yeah, makeup. What's the voice?
Seal your paint.
Homestuck hell.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're wearing like body paint, please seal it, because there's been reports of cons with streaks across the walls
I
because of
have a
people.
story of a friend of a friend.
A friend.
They went as someone who was painted red, or who is in canon red. And they painted themselves red, didn't seal it. It got everywhere, and my friend ended up having to pay the damages instead of the person that did all the mess. So, clearly, I mean, and they're not friends anymore, but seal your paint. Seal it. For the good of everyone.
I think we're good for that portion. So
Yeah.
let's go to the next person. What to bring? I don't know what this person. I think this person's shouting, "This is what you need to bring." I don't know. These are.
Sasuke.
Oh yeah, they're yelling Sasuke. Bring Sasuke. There you go. What is this? 2012? 2010?
2005.
2005. Oh yeah, oh god, we're old. So, I would make a list of things you should bring. You need to bring, of course, food. I would bring food, because food is expensive down here, and you can easily bring like granola bars or something like that for like morning things. So then you can avoid like paying $30, and then you can have something to snack on while you're at a convention, because you're gonna burn a lot of calories and carbs here, people. You're gonna need that energy. So I wouldn't even suggest doing like a specific diet unless it's medical reasons. Stock up on those carbs if it's possible for you, because you're gonna need them this on. You're gonna lose so much weight.
Yeah, if you bring food, bring stuff that you that doesn't really need microwaving, or that doesn't need a whole lot of refrigeration. Unless you bring a cooler and pint of ice, which just chips, not chips, bread is good, peanut butter.
That's
Like
like, you
fruits.
can go off of days for that. Rude. I'm just kidding. Don't worry about it. Yeah, and then also bring case of water bottles. Like I said earlier, that's gonna be like just grab one every time you leave the room. So you're gonna get dehydrated, especially because of the heat. You don't feel like you're dehydrated, you're gonna get dehydrated. So, bring extra clothes, like whatever you packed for the weekend. Bring like at least 2 more of that item, like undergarments or shirts or pants.
Do bring multiple pairs of underwear.
Because you
not
don't-
just in the one.
Yeah,
single.
because there's crowds. You don't know if someone's gonna accidentally spill something on you, or if you're gonna sweat too much out here, and you're gonna want to change. You don't know. Things happen. You're
Even
gonna
if
want.
you're doing like baby wipes back, you still want to change your underwear.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Please change your underwear.
Please change your clothes at least every day. If you're doing cosplay multiple times a day, I would bring Febreze, or if you can, or something deodorizer, or at least do something to.
Now, I will share
Clear it
this
out.
tip with you. It's probably only for the over 21 cosplayers. If you spray vodka on a costume, it'll eliminate a lot of the smell, and it won't even smell alcohol-y because when it evaporates, no smell at all. But you should probably only do that if you're only if you're over 21 and thus get access to alcohol. But
I don't
yeah.
think rubbing alcohol would do the same thing.
Rubbing alcohol. There you go.
Oh, well, there you go.
That might work. I don't know.
So
Like,
that's-
don't soak your clothes in it.
Yeah.
Just a light spray.
And don't ever use straight bleach, no matter what.
Don't do that, no.
Never use straight bleach.
So, but is that bring extra clothes?
If you're on certain medications, bring your medication.
Bring vitamins. That's a big thing. Bring vitamins, especially if you don't know if you're going to eat as often or remember to eat as often. Vitamins will replace a lot of things that you might miss out. Bring just like basic medicine, over the counter medicine, non-prescription, which is like acetaminophen, which is basically Tylenol, or ibuprofen, which is like Advil. Bring stuff. Okay. I'm just gonna say this right out. Ladies, bring stuff. Even guys, because you can help a girl out too. Bring stuff that's in case you have an accidental period, because you never know. There's a lot of people here. You might sync up with somebody accidentally, and then oh my gosh, it came early. So that could happen. And guys, if a girl forgets something and you happen to have like a pad or a tampon, and you like, oh, I have one, that girl will be your best friend, because they're like, thank you, you saved me, thank you. So it's not. I'm just gonna talk about it because it's a natural human thing. So you never know what may happen. Bring trash bags to a con, because those little tiny cans on hotel room are not for the trash we bring. Bring trash bags to help your maids a lot. They would really appreciate that.
Yeah, be kind to your maids as well. They put up with a lot.
Oh yeah, they put up with a lot.
Seal your body.
Yes, your body paints.
Don't stain the tub.
Oh my gosh, are we gonna?
Home stuff. all right?
Okay, yes, I know this story.
This person trying to dye
They're
themselves gray,
gray.
in the hotel bathtub.
Tub with rubbing alcohol and Sharpies.
What?
They bathe themselves in rubbing alcohol and Sharpies in the hotel bathtub, and they stain the bathtub. And the person's gonna go to hospital because you're not supposed to soak yourself in Sharpies and rubbing alcohol.
You soak yourself in alcohol, your skin's going to absorb that alcohol, and your blood alcohol level is going to go, whoop, and then you're going to die.
Mhm.
We have seen that before in the hospital.
Mhm.
I've seen that in my unit.
Also, rubbing alcohol dries out your skin like nothing else.
Yes. So please avoid that. Oh my gosh.
I think that would be the only case of using straight bleach. In the bathtub.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's just frightening.
Okay, what else to bring? Like I said, extra toiletries, shampoo and conditioner, because you never know, because you could be rooming with like multiple people in your room, and like maybe nobody brings any shampoo and conditioner. Those little bottles are going to be
They don't do
gone.
anything.
They're not going to do anything. They're not.
I got 3 of those bottles for my long
Exactly. So bring some of your own shampoo, conditioner, body wash and stuff. Like if you said earlier, deodorant. If you have to use spray on deodorant, be considerate. Don't overuse it. Just
Phone chargers.
phone chargers. I was about to get to any electronic things. Laptop chargers. Bring your
Wheelchair chargers.
Yes, bring your DS too, because you're gonna street pass like that.
Oh.
It's in my hotel.
Damn it.
I left in my hotel room.
Guess who's
I
had
lost
their
the
DS
charger
on
to
them?
mine.
Guess who's had their DS on them for the last handful of hours but hasn't turned it on yet?
When we get back to the hotel room.
No, I have it on me. I'll do it after this
No,
panel.
I mean, we need to street pass.
I street passed some, but I left it in my hotel room because I just didn't want to carry it down here.
Look, I will tell you, I have, like, seriously, make a list. Make a list. Bring that list with you. And even when you make a list, sometimes you're going to forget stuff. Like, one year, I forgot my wheelchair charger. And my parents were not happy. I mean, they brought it, but, you know, even with a list, it's just,
Oh my, look at you and your DS. You seriously gonna charge your DS here? That's stealing. You're stealing from the con.
Going by your example.
You said bring your charger and bring your DS. Just put those.
How to do things.
Okay, yeah. One other thing to bring, if you're cosplaying, cosplay survivor kit, glue guns, sewing needles, safety pins, the basic stuff. You don't have to bring a whole sewing machine like I do. Because I have no shape.
they're not kidding either.
I've had to sew a cosplay a whole night at a con, so. But it doesn't matter, I won an award for it. Yeah, I'm narcissistic, I don't care.
There was a time I even brought thinning shears and some hair cutting stuff because we were some of my friends were buying wigs out of the dealer's room and then styling them.
That was me at PAX South, I totally understand.
Yeah, so I had some thinning shears and we were like fixing this wig and we got it done. We had to put a drape down on the floor so we could pick up all the hair, but.
Yeah, that's another thing to use the trash bags for, to make sure if you're cutting wigs in a hotel room. Because that's gonna be hard to vacuum up.
Don't forget your registration papers for your badges. Obviously, well, yes, but sometimes
Yeah.
some of us don't have our email apps on our phone because they're too much of a hassle. But yes, obviously, if you're here, that means you didn't forget it. So good job.
Bring
There's
cats.
probably some people downstairs right now.
Yeah, there's so many people panicking downstairs. This is why everybody needs to come to this panel. It must be mandatory. Big old auditorium. Hello. Another thing to bring, cash. There's a lot of people this year that are taking credit, but don't always depend on that. There's also a number of people that can only take cash and probably debit cards. So
Yeah,
bring cash.
some of us
And also to tip your maids and tip your bellhops. Please.
If you're not sure how much to tip, there are apps for that.
Yes, perhaps. Oh, speaking of apps, if you're on your phone, there is a Guidebook app for Stay in Japan. You just look up Guidebook in the app store. It's free, and then download the Stay in Japan app, and it gives you schedules, and you can pick out certain things in the schedules, and then you pick it out. You can choose to have it alert you like 15 minutes before this panel starts or an hour before this panel starts, and it'll let you know what room it is. Like it'll be like, hey, this panel starts at this time at this place. So you can make your own little schedule of the schedule.
For example, it'll tell you that the cosplay panel is at 5:30 in Republic B. Just an example, you know.
Do you have anything else you think that people should bring?
A positive attitude.
Yeah. I'm gonna paraphrase Will Wheaton because this is an all-ages panel, so I can't use the exact quote. Don't be a jerk.
Don't be a jerk.
Don't be a jerk.
Bring a good attitude. Right. Next is. I think we already talked about what to watch out for.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, never mind. We covered that already. Yeah, these are panels. These are pictures from panels and other things from San Japan groups here. Anybody have any questions or stories or things? What?
Do you know the rule of 3?
What's the rule of 3?
3. Well, it's three things you should do one of per day. 1 bath, 1 meal, 1 liter of water. That's like a con rule now. It's like what you should do, at least to survive the con.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is a good rule.
A meal as in a meal, not as in like just a cereal bar. Like yeah, just like a full meal. Like yeah, exactly. So hey, there's a Denny's right over here. Oh, real quick, I almost forgot to do another thing. Avoid doing at a con. Don't harass businesses. I know there was somebody that wanted to make like a flash mob at Starbucks just to crowd it and not really making plans to buy something.
Why would you hamper we're innocent coffee drinkers in the
Yeah,
world.
exactly. So there's people who need their coffee. So please be considerate of other businesses around here. Majority of the time they know this time of year there's going to be cosplayers, but respect the rules if they don't want cosplayers there. I know that the River Center Mall is okay with cosplayers, but you can't have like certain props and weapons, and you can't have masks when you go to the River Center Mall.
Can you imagine being the brand new store that just opened and then not knowing about San Japan?
Yeah, I know, right?
That's so scary.
Dude,
The other stores are just like, oh, don't worry, it's just gonna be real busy this weekend.
I know, when Hitalia was big, there was a flag store there, and they got so much business. It was like,
I think I've seen people with like friggin' 10-foot flags. In the
yeah,
hallways.
they had flags, and then they had cups and like pins and things. So I was like, I mean, I went there. So I think you got your cup there, right?
The
Yeah.
Belgian cup or no?
Yeah. When you're Belgium. Oh my God.
Yeah,
We're fandom trash.
we're the best kind of trash.
Your best trash. So fancy. Anyways, any other questions or things to want to share? Anybody? Yes, you.
Don't block hallways.
Don't.
We are very lucky at San Japan that a lot of the areas in the artist and dealer's room have nice big areas, nice wide areas. But if you're not careful, you can still block them, so please try not to.
And fire exits too.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, doorways in general.
Yes.
But that's a good thing I almost forgot to cover. Thank you for reminding me. Don't block highways. If you want to picture somebody, please see if you can move off to the side and take their picture real quick. I know when people were taking my picture earlier in different cosplay, they stopped me a lot in the dealer's room. I'm like, okay, well, let's wander on over here where there's no things to block. Yes.
Right where the main entrance for the artist gallery is right now, it says no photo zone, but the cons before that, people could take photos there. It was just the biggest, like, just traffic stop.
Yeah, it's specifically in that front area, which is good because it was really bad for security and staff. So, like, and people couldn't get in and out. But now the flow's a lot better. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Also, the viewers room, they made that a lot better now the way it works. Like,
Oh yeah. I'm so glad where they positioned it now. Excuse me, I have pink.
And all the people that would want to take pictures and where there's not enough photo zone, if they just got just into the artist alley, it opens up to this big, huge area.
A way for people to get through that little hallway first.
Yeah, there were a lot of people who were confused. They'd ask me for a picture, and then I would start walking away, and they thought that I was saying no. And I was like, no, come here, come
Please
follow me to the
follow
wall.
me.
And they didn't.
It would
even
probably
consider.
help if you told them, hey,
I-
follow me.
I was like, oh, okay, let's go over here. And then I would start walking, and they would get confused. Like, I said, come over here.
Oh yes.
I don't want to like change subject, but one thing I was also about is like if you're in like a huge line for something like cosplay show or masquerade, or sometimes there's like a huge line where they probably have to like move people in the line. Like, don't get mad at the staff if they have to raise their voice. They're not like yelling. They're trying to tell everybody, like, they're trying to direct you and make sure you're safe. And trying to like do like fire exits and stuff like that. They gotta make the hallways open and clear.
Why would they want to get angry at you? Why would they specifically make you stand up and make you move? They're not doing that against you. That's a hassle for them to do, but they have to do it. So they're not doing it on purpose. They're doing it because they have to, okay? So don't get mad at con staff for that. They're doing their job. Most of them are volunteers. So they're doing this for free. So please be respectful of con staff. Unless they're doing something that you don't think is write it all, go to security or find another staffer or something like that. This is just security.
Oh, I've been staff before, and try not to joke around with them too much, especially if they're actively trying to do something. Like if they announce to the room, please move it, somebody makes a joke about it. Don't be that person that's trying to joke about a command that was given. Obey the command, and then you can joke about it later, but don't make a sex joke out of it while they're trying to do something.
Yeah, because they're trying to keep people's attention for that moment, so.
Especially if I was in cosplay or I was a character with a midriff shirt, somebody would try to make a wolf whistle or something at me while I'm trying to get the line moving. And that's just not cool.
No, not that cool at all. Great. Anybody else have any other questions or things to say? Yes.
I was going to add, I was in the doers room today, and it's about like, why do people carry bags with them? Well, this one guy, it was in one of the viewers booths, they were selling a bunch of like DVDs and stuff. Well, he had a bag with him. They accused him of stealing, even though one of the workers said no, he didn't. He bought the DVD somewhere else. So just like a lot of the shop owners are watching out for people stealing, so just be very careful like how you handle things and stuff like that. And especially with that, my friend, not Sandra Penn last year, but like 2013, he went to one of the viewers' booths, he bought something, put his bag down, walked away, forgot he put it down, came back within like 20 seconds, and someone stole his special edition 3DS out of it.
Yep, that will happen. That's why I make sure, like, even if people are taking pictures of me, I make sure that's right by my feet when they take pictures. Sorry, it's going to be in your photo.
I know 2013 in Japan, were you in the dealership when the lights went out?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people stole a lot of stuff.
Yes, it was chaos. It was horrible.
Wow.
Some people got trampled too, like, because everybody was like running.
Bring a friend. Like, back to, like, have a friend with you. If you're cosplay, have a friend there to, like, my friend Starla, like, I carry her purse when she gets stopped for a photo. That way you know where your stuff is.
And also they're good for like a handler, like if you have bulky cosplay or a big old prop. Like I know I'm going to be her handler tomorrow for her cosplay that I made for her, so, because it's going to be hard for her to move it. Right? I was talking about you.
I'm sorry,
No, I don't want to talk again. You missed your chance. Anyways, if you're trying to raise your friend's hand.
Oh, she changed her mind.
She changed her mind.
I was gonna wait till everyone else is finished talking because I want to hear.
Everybody's finished talking.
And speaking of being rude, there was this thing. A thing that I don't like is philosophy. I hate cutting in line or like saving people's spots. And I know like a lot of people will do that for like the cosplay contest or something. Like they'll save spots for people and they'll have like a group of like 7 people. And I think, is that why we do tickets now?
Yes.
Yeah, like, and people that were waiting in line would get like shoved back because people were saving spots.
Which is rude.
So if you're saying for proper friends, like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick, that's something else. But then, like, you're like, oh, I'm saving this for like 10 friends that are coming soon.
If that is the case, if you were in line and you need to go to use the bathroom, tell the people that were in line around you, not just the friend you're standing with, the people, like maybe 2 people ahead, 2 people behind, say, hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, don't get mad at me when I come back. I mean, and people might think it's weird or awkward, but just do it anyways. Just be courteous.
Speaking of which, do you remember that one year we lined up like 6 hours ahead of time for a concert at a convention?
Yeah.
And we only left so we can like go use the restroom and grab something to eat. So, anyways, you were saying, I'm sorry. Were you going to comment something else?
Just as a guest sometimes, when you see a guest in the hallway and they have any kind of staff member with them, do not try and stop them. Because for what we do, we're a lot of times in the hallways because we have interactives there. So it's okay for you to approach us, but if you see that there's a guest and they're walking somewhere, you can tell whenever they're trying to go somewhere specific. I know you want to see your favorite person or your favorite voice actor, but do not try and stop them unless they're willing to stop. Like if you stop and let them walk past and they'll stop and they're like, hi, then that's okay. But if they're in a hurry, don't try and stop them.
Tell that to the guests at RTX. No, they'll always have a guardian on them. It's depending on the convention, it's a little different because RTX they'll have a guardian with them the whole time, but they will allow you to stop, because a lot of them like to tweet like, hey, stop, ask to stop me, and I'll do this and that.
Yeah.
A lot of times at runtime we were left alone.
Yeah.
So, you know, people couldn't
Like-
tell when we were really in a hurry to do something or when we weren't, so it was hard to do. But anytime we had a staff member with us, often people would leave us alone.
Yeah.
But that's why, you know, panels and stuff, Q&A can be late because that guest is being held up in the hallway or
Exactly.
someone wanted a picture.
So, but you can usually tell when they're in a rush, like when like staff is with them and trying to rush them and stuff, so.
Back hallways are really good for that. Hidden hallways that we have at the American Bank Center in Corpus. There's a really huge back hallway that we can use to get people from some of the ballrooms without them being seen.
That's good. Yeah, but like, yeah, majority of cons, like you said, that's what it usually is. Depending on the cons, it might be a little bit different, so.
I don't to talk about advice system. A good thing to do is to have like, you know, if you have like a big group of friends, do like a meetup like at least like a few times a day just to make sure you're like, hey, everyone's okay, or like, you know, to check in texting, be like, yeah, I'm okay, because every time I go to cons with people, I won't see them for the whole convention afterwards, but like, if, you know, just, you know, have like a thing, be like, hey, you know, text me around this time, just make sure you guys are okay.
I've done that to you.
That's Jenny, make sure you're okay, you know.
I'm guilty of doing that to you.
Yeah, you are.
And you're my
I wasn't
sister.
talking about you either.
I wasn't talking about you. God. Anybody else have anything they want to say? Well, this is basically it. So, it's about 10 minutes early, so that's all right. I appreciate you all coming. I hope you guys learned something new and something to take with you, and were able to share your stories and stuff. So please enjoy the convention. All have a good time. Yay!